Hey guys, we are here. We're on top of this weird playground thing in Brickell in what's called Southside Park, which sounds like it's in Chicago, but it's not. It's in West Brickell. And today we are bringing you info about the Mercedes-Benz places in Miami. I'm gonna call it the Mercedes Tower because that sounds 800 times better. And because I'm buying a unit there, I feel like I can do that. So we're gonna rename it to Mercedes Tower. So Mercedes Tower, this is the first Mercedes Tower in North America. They just announced one a couple months ago in Dubai. And what's similar to Dubai in the US? Obviously Miami, and that is what is going to come behind us. The Mercedes Tower is actually going to be two towers, 67 stories, just under 800 residences, 791 if I'm not mistaken. And the two towers are going to connect on the amenity level. You're going to have a gym, pool, all that great stuff, which we already know every good developer worth the salt is doing the same thing. But let's talk about the tower that is launching first, which is Tower 1, which is the South Tower. And that tower has studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and penthouses that haven't been released yet. The studios right now, so today is February 29th, so it's a leap day year, which is pretty exciting, are starting just under 600,000, and the 1 bedrooms are just under $1 million, around the 900s. The 2 bedrooms, depending on the floor plan, 1.4, 3 bedrooms, $2+ million, and from there up, right? So 67 stories. The developer is JDS. JDS did Monad Terrace, which is in Sunset Harbor, which is a beautiful building. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The architect is Shop Architects, and the interior design is a very strange name from Australia. It is called Woods Bagot. I don't know if I'm saying that right, if it's Bagot or Bagot or whatever it is, but if you look up their designs, they're stunning. It is modern, but also warm at the same time. So this building is slated to be completed by 2027, which probably will get pushed to 2028. Right now, they're already going straight to contracts, 20%. So over the next couple of years, you're gonna pay 50% and 50% at closing, right? So it would be 20% with the contract, 10% 6 months after, 10% when they get to your floor, 10% at top off, the typical pre-construction deposit schedule. So we are here sitting in Southside Park to show you that it's already under construction, because a lot of times you have to wait for groundbreaking and all these things to happen. No, this is already going on. And obviously it's Mercedes, right? And if that's not a vote of confidence, the Mercedes brand, being in Brickell, being in Miami, this should be. Well, I am buying one, which I said in the beginning, and it is really exciting, scary, but I think it will also give all of you insight into certain things that I could talk about that I probably wouldn't be able to unless I was buying there. So if I think it's a good deal, and we see tons of projects every single day, it is. So anyway, Mercedes-Benz Tower underneath is going to be a hotel component by the Starwood Group. Thinking about doing the Tree House, which is a hotel based out of London. To be continued on that. It's going to obviously have restaurants and all of that jazz. If you want to know where we are in Brickell, we're between 11th and 12th. So right over here are these people playing basketball, but behind that is where the Metro Mover and the Underline is, and on the other side is that, you know, Mary Brickell Village, and you have the Access Building, and then you have Biscayne Boulevard, Brickell, and then Brickell Bay, right? Brickell Bay Drive. So we're just a couple streets back, West Brickell, technically what it's called. This project is crazy, amazing because of the brand, obviously because of Miami, because of the Mercedes brand. You have the Aston Martin towers, you have the Porsche towers, the Bentley, and this is Mercedes. Funny thing, I don't usually talk about my family, but my father actually owns a car dealership, and one of the cars that he sells is obviously Mercedes, so this is a project that's really touching home. And the first car I ever wanted when I was a little kid was an S550, which is Mercedes, and it's actually like a car for grandfathers and grandmothers. I really wanted that car because it was the only one I knew. So I would always ask my dad for an S550, so he never got me one. So instead of that, I'm getting myself a Mercedes condo in Miami. So JDS development, we know it's 67 stories, 2027. The renderings are insane. It's gonna have a music recording studio. I love that. If you guys are singers, if you want to be a singer, if you want to be a YouTuber like us, just kidding. There is gonna be a studio on site in the property, which I think is great. There's also gonna be an onsen, which I don't really know what it is, but Valerie on the other side of the camera does, because she loves Tokyo. She loves it. And an onsen is like this spa situation from Tokyo. That's all I really know about it. But it's supposed to be pretty cool. If you guys have been to Tokyo, which I haven't, I'm sure you know. I feel like it's like a hammam, which is like the Turkish version, but more Japanese and cooler, trendier. In Brickell, pricing starting under $600,000. Do not wait. This project is going to sell out. Without a doubt, just like Aston Martin, just like all the other car brands. It's gonna be really fun to kind of monitor this project, watch it go up. Miele appliances, 10-foot ceilings. The studios have terraces, I love that. If you do want a parking spot, you do have to get a 3-bedroom or bigger, which is the only downside I've seen so far. Don't really like that, to be perfectly honest. Renter restrictions, twice a year, 6 months. It's not an Airbnb property. Thank God they finally said, hey, maybe we shouldn't build another, 18th condo of the same thing, and put a nice brand on it instead. So Mercedes Tower coming to Brickell. If you guys want current inventory, you want to see what we have in renderings, whatever we have, we will give you. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Jade.kalbacher. We're going to put it below. Or if you're old school, send me an email, Jade.kalbacher@compass.com, and hopefully we'll see you in Mercedes.